Dean, an emphatic win, at home on your home floor, such a, milestone game for yourself. How do you view the team's performance?
I like that we held them to 60. I kind of wanted to coach hard today when we got a big lead, and it's a kind of second time we've walked in here and we've had a 22-0 run and we had a 25-0 run, and how we managed people after that and how we continued to execute and do the things that we wanted to do. It's a good sign when we didn't let things drop off. We didn't execute and finish, and a lot of things, we didn't shoot the basketball very well, but rebounding and forcing them into some turnovers and still sharing the basketball was positive.
Where was the difference in the game for yourself after that first 5 minutes where I guess you then kind of really broke away?
Yeah, I thought the back end of the middle group that came in the first quarter, the scoreboard didn't quite tick over as well as it needed to, and then that kind of broke open a little bit in that last part of the first. I was pleased with the performance. I know how undermanned they are a little bit. Jack McVeigh's running around with a hand that doesn't look like it works for me, and I just kind of saw him shoot free throws, and I was like, what is that? That's not the guy that I know. A little bit undermanned. We thought that what was going to be about today was, was our depth, them coming off a tough game and travel, and could we continue to apply enough pressure, and in the end they just don't get enough shots because they turn it over. We forced some turnovers, and we were pretty good in the offensive boards tonight. So just won the possession game by a good amount.
Early in the season, there was a lot of talk from United about using the early rounds to form the team's identity. It's quickly becoming the hunted. Do you relish that title and that identity?
I don't know. I don't buy into it too much. We're kind of a group that we just keep looking at it and say, how do we keep getting better? We know who we are as a team right now, and then as Chris comes back in and Shea comes back in, it's we've just got to. I don't think the identity will change too much, of the group. I think we're pretty solid about who we want to be, and that's really letting the ball pop, and that's creating us the opportunities to get in the paint and either finish or kick out for three. And I think when the ball's moving like that and everyone's involved in it, we're tough to stop.
Chris, pre-game, you told me you were still building up and kind of said to temper my expectations for you on court today. You look like the same CG to me. How did it feel?
Yeah, it was pretty weird game, to be honest, to come back. For the most part, got through pretty unscathed, which is a big tick at this point. And, good to get out there and, just try and build some chemistry with some guys that I've been watching train for a long time. So, I'm going to relish these next few weeks where I can play with different guys at training, get in different situations that I haven't been in a long time, and we can figure out a little bit about each other.
Chris, what have you learned from watching this group for the last few weeks that you think is going to help you?
Yeah, like Dean said, the ball moves, and there's a commitment to playing the right way, and I've seen some things that are really encouraging. Like we got some competitors from the very first quarter down in Tassie. The way Finn Delaney attacked that game and attacks every possession is contagious, and he does so many good things for us that probably go unnoticed, but not within our walls. And a lot of guys like that just want to compete and win and have success is contagious.
Can you talk a bit about Jesse? You've played with a lot of talented flight men over the years, but what's different about Jesse that's really helping this group, especially defensively?
Yeah, I think he's still learning our system, which I think is a big positive for us as well, because he's been super effective. He's enormous is probably the first thing that comes to mind. He's really big, broad guy, athletic, and moves really well for a guy of his size. So I think as he continues to understand the league a bit more and understand our system, we're going to see more out of him.
You've had a lot of broadly talented team. Is this one of the deepest or the deepest that you've had? It just looks like everyone fits seamlessly into, one comes out, one comes in, and you lose just about nothing.
Yeah, there's obviously a trust for me right now to continue to play everybody, and I thought the guys had a good pre-season, and having a few injuries, there were some things forced about playing extra guys and giving them extra opportunities. But yeah, I think guys like Tom Coppins, who's been with us kind of 3 years right now, and you just kind of see him step on the floor and how comfortable he looks on the floor, and Malith Machar and Tom Bloggy, and these guys, they've been around our program for a good period of time, longer than a lot of other guys as well. So anytime they get an opportunity, they know how we want to play, and so when you talk about talent and different things, I just think there's a good depth and good understanding about who we are right now.
You've played Dash in the first quarter, I think, every game, and used him either early in second half or starting fourth quarters. When did that crystallise in your head that, hey, this kid is going to play a big role in this team? Was that early on in pre-season? Was it closer to the season? He's going to play his 18 to 17 to 20 minutes, or I think he's pretty close to that. When did that actually crystallise?
Yeah, he's grabbed his opportunities, played him 8 minutes in Tassie the first game, and tight kind of playoff kind of game, and he handled himself well. And then he's just got better and better, ever since. And so, tonight it was what can I learn about him with foul trouble? And so he picks up the three, and I don't think we play him in the second quarter. And then it's like, all right, let's throw you out there after half time. If you pick up one, I'm going to just keep playing and see if you can how you're going to play with foul trouble, and are you going to change, or are you going to still play with your chest and play smart? So that was a good learning for me about how he's going to go with foul trouble.
Reintegrating Chris, obviously you're 4-0 without him. What are the discussions between you two about what happens today? How do you fit into this group now?
Yeah, there was more about, because it's always a challenge coaching, everyone has to sacrifice a little bit for when guys come back, and we're playing good basketball, and so that was the message to everyone else, to say, hey, anytime we have elite talent come back in with CG and Shea, everyone's minutes are going to have to go down a little bit to have these guys fit in, so you go as hard as you can, and so that was the message to say we can play even harder right now and move people.
When showed you back?
He's only ticked off a bit over a week right now, so normally that 21-day hamstring, and he got some work in the tan before the game, kind of getting up some hills and doing things. So he's on track to get back in that time.
Dean, I guess it's probably hard to reflect on it, in the moment or things like that. But I mean, you move into top 10 all-time games coach, up there with Barry Barnes and someone like Phil Smythe. How do you sort of, I guess, reflect on it all in the moment at this point in time?
No, not really. I enjoy. It tells me I'm old and been around for a while, and But I'm more. I look at the win column probably a little bit more to say where that's more important to me than the amount of games that you play, and we do that with our guys when we celebrate 200 games or whatever. We talk about their win percentage, we talk about what they've done, we talk about those kind of things, and so it's a nice little thing, but I'm not too concerned about it right now. But I like the one with Bob Turner to say, I just passed him, and that's the guy that gave me a job, and reached out to him, and we had a chat and stuff like that. So anytime you're in those, being thankful for the people that helped you get to a point is special.
CG tonight looked up and there was these great drawings of the players and things like that on the screens. Can you talk a little bit about the importance of the grassroots game? You have a lot of theme nights at United and push a lot of these great causes. Can you talk a bit about the importance of that?
Yeah, I think it's one of our most enjoyable when we look up in the warm-up and get to see our drawings for the first time. Some would say some got the raw end of the deal, others got off pretty lightly, but it's cool. We do a great job of engaging, as you said, different communities with different nights and different themed games, and we saw it through the week with a video that the club put out. We were all that kid at some stage, playing grassroots basketball, looking up to who we looked up to. So I think it's important now that we understand that and we can give back a little bit. And I know there's some guys going up now to do a signing. The rest of us will do it at another grassroots game throughout the year or our members' day. So they keep the place ticking, and we thank them for that.
Yeah, we look forward to a multicultural game, next home game. We tick that off tomorrow, kind of start that with helping out Malith Machar and the South Sudanese community with a clinic, and that community's done it tough for a little bit recently with no too many deaths and different things. So we really look forward to go and helping out Malith and his community tomorrow.